Town hall is the central part of your colony. It's where you first create your colony, view and edit information about your colony, such as your colony's name, colony's flag, the allies or feuds with other colonies. It's where you can view information about your citizens and manage them. You can hire mercenaries to defend your colony, manage permissions of other players and assign them highly configurable roles. Um, Change the settings of your colony, such as hiring mode, housing assignment mode, or whether or not children can be born, and team color. You can check work orders, and you can also check on the overall happiness of your colony and see areas that might need improving. Very important in central building and the first one that you build. So let's dive in and check out some more details on that. In survival, the town hall block must first be obtained by finding it in a supply camp or supply ship created by the player. After it's been placed down, the ability to craft town hall blocks is unlocked. The recipe you can see here, consisting of any wood plank type and 2 build tools in this pattern. To place down the town hall, and really any building, it is recommended that you use the build tool. One can be found in the chest of your supply camp or ship, along with that town hall block, or crafted with 2 sticks and a cobblestone, or any stone material. Now, to place that, again, you take the build tool and you right click anywhere, and it brings up this interface. You could change this on the left, as we see before, and you go to Town Hall. Any hut blocks that you have in your inventory will show up as an option here. You can hit escape, and it allows you to be able to move outside of the projection and kind of see where it's placed. Now, the build tool is extremely useful for this purpose. You can kind of fine-tune the placement of your build. If you right-click again, you can then get back into this interface, which allows you to move the town hall, rotate it, move it up and down, and even mirror it if you choose. Now you can also again change the style. So earlier we were looking at the Caledonian style. You can move that up. Again, change it to whichever style you're looking for, and then you can change the level here so you can see what it'll look like once it's built all the way out to level 5. And this is useful for, again, planning where everything's going to fit, where your roads are going to be, etc., etc. And the nice thing about this interface is, as soon as you bring this in and move it close to another building that's already built, it'll actually project the level 5 of that building so that you can see how they look together. So if you find out where you like it, this is where we want it, you just come in here and check the green marker here, and it will place it down. Now, once you've got the town hall block placed, it's in the right location and orientation because we used the build tool. To create your colony, you're just going to right click on that, and it's going to give you this page here. It's just going to give you a little bit of information. There are no colonies nearby, which is nice, so that this is a good thing to indicate if there's a nearby colony. You can either move it or not interfere with the other colony, right? So, and I do not currently own a colony. The default is that you can only have 1 colony per world. So if you had one, it would not let you place another town hall. So we're able to create a new colony here because those are found. So I can come in here, I can hit create colony, and voila, we have our colony. We get the message telling us about it. Our citizens will soon start arriving, and the construction tape surrounds the town hall location, indicating the border of where this is going to be built. Now, once you have a builder with a hut established, you can have him build this town hall for you. Like we talked about earlier, we kind of just named off some of the things you can see in here, so we're just going to kind of go over this one page at a time in this GUI. In the first tab, the information tab, it shows you how many citizens you have. So currently we have 0. Once they start showing up, this will list. There you go. So now we have Kai Q Arnold. And if we click out of that, get back here, shows you got 1 out of 1 citizen, and they need housing. 0 children and 1 unemployed. So this gives you kind of your overall stats. This kind of shows you some events of what happened in the world. We go to actions. This is where we can rename our colony, hire mercenaries if we're in trouble, and our build options allows us to create a build work order for any builders to build or upgrade our town hall. The permissions tab allows us to set up permissions for other players that might be playing with us. If we're playing multiplayer, you can set up officers, you can set up different things. So we come in here, this arrow on the top right, this tells you we're 1 of 3 pages. We can come in here and we can actually define the different permissions for those different levels. So by default you have owner, officer, friend, neutral, and hostile. And you can turn on and off different settings for these different groups. And this is very highly customizable. You can even add your own ranks. And if you click on the next page, you're able to add different blocks that might not be talked about or defined through these permissions here, and you can get very, very customizable, very powerful system. Next, the Citizens tab. This kind of gives you an overview of your citizens. If you click on it, it shows you their level, their different skill ratings, and it also allows you to recall it. You see it brings the citizen over to your town hall block. Next we have settings. This is where you can change your team color. So if you notice over here, the name of the citizen changed based on what my team color is. So say I make it dark aqua. You can also edit your colony flag. This is very similar to the banner system. You have your base, you pick the color, say I want red, and then you can add different layers with different patterns. Now there are the default ones, and then there also are some custom ones. So say I come in here, create a gray cross thing. We can add a windmill. Another layer, add a windmill, make it white, and voila, there's our lovely colony flag. And those can be crafted, and we'll take a look at those in a second. The other thing to note here in the settings tab is the different hiring modes. So automatic, what it'll do is it'll automatically pick an available citizen and assign it to a task or a hut that needs one. And if you don't know what you're doing, this can be a good way to do it. But if you're a little more advanced and want to control where each of your citizens are working, this is a good thing to change here. You can change it to manual mode, which means that you have to manually go into each hut block and you need to assign workers from there. And now housing assignment mode is very similar, except for it's where people are living. You can manually assign that. This is important if you don't want kids to be born. For kids to be born, a male and a female must be assigned to the same house, and there be extra beds available. Which you can also turn that off here, so that kids aren't born until you're ready for them to be. They can take up your population cap if you're looking to just hire people early on, or if you don't want to grow too big because barbarians begin to spawn. after you reach a certain population of 5. And then help messages on and off if you so choose. Next is the work orders page. Any work orders that are going on in your colony will show up here. So if you have a builder and they need things, or any of your workers need tools, as they call out for work orders, you can see those here. You can also access and view those through a clipboard, which we'll take a look at in a second, which is basically this page but portable, so you can check those work orders as you're out and about. And then happiness. It's good to have a high happiness rating in your colony. The higher happiness, the more effective your citizens are at various different things. There's a whole wiki page on the happiness system. Go check that out if you have any more questions about that. We won't go into a ton of detail here, but it shows you that, for example, our areas of unhappiness because of the red are because of unemployment, homelessness, or starvation. Now, none of our citizens have homes or jobs, so obviously that's why they're happy. They don't have anywhere to sleep, so they're not getting sleep. And then housing, again, being homeless, is causing them to not be happy. So that's the GUI for the town hall. So in order to do the clipboard, let's take a look at that. And the recipe is as shown here. Sticks, 7 sticks, a piece of leather, and the build tool. Now the build tool is not consumed as it's not with most, if not all, recipes that they're in. In order to assign this clipboard to this town hall, you just sneak click, and now if I open this up, it will show me any open requests. Again, I don't have any at this time, but if there were, I would be able to check this at any time from anywhere. Say I have a warehouse or somewhere else that I need to collect tools or blocks, I can view it there. So when you place your town hall block, it is the center of your colony. There's a 4-chunk radius around your town hall in which you can build. All new huts need to be completely within sight of that border. It's configurable. It also grows as you expand your colony. And then it also is a protection area. So inside of that area, it is protected from other players placing blocks of any kind, water or lava, or placing or lighting TNT. It is also protected from creeper blast or enderman mob griefing stuff as well. And a lot of these are settings that are configurable inside of the configuration file for Minecolonies. Now, say you didn't want your actual town hall building to be in the center of your colony. So what you'd do is you'd first place it down how we showed you, and then if you wanted to move it, you can come in here, hit build options, and hit pick up. Now, it gives you the town hall block back, but what it doesn't do is it doesn't delete your colony. So your colony's still here, your citizens are still here, and that protection border, which if I come here to place down a block, it'll show me outlined in this cyan color. That is the border of my colony. So I can build buildings up to this spot here, but I cannot build outside of it. Again, once I build a building close to the border, it'll actually expand it. And as I upgrade those buildings, it'll expand it even more. So now that I've placed down my town hall block, created my colony, from that spot, there's a 4-chunk radius around that spot for the protection and for the building. But again, I can actually have this town hall be wherever. Now that I've picked it up, it does not change the borders. So if you're frustrated with, you built your town hall where you wanted it, but then it centered your protection and all that, and you wanted it to be, say, on a hill, and everything below the hill is where you wanted to build your colony, this is how you would do that. Now, as far as deleting the colony, if you wanted to, that actually has to be done by a player with OP permission levels, and is done through commands. Those commands can be found on the wiki if you are looking to do that on a server or in a single player. All the commands for all the different functions can be found there. Now, the town hall itself does not house citizens, and no citizens can be assigned to work here. It is purely for administrating your colony. A lot of the styles will have crafting tables, a bed for you to sleep in. It's kind of seen as kind of your house, your living area. Not all styles are that way, but the majority are. And they tend to follow the upgrade theme of each style, getting more complicated, using more rare materials, the higher levels. Now, there aren't any particular blocks or requirements of blocks for town halls. So if you're creating your own schematics, your own styles, you don't need to have any particular, like, for example, houses need to have a bed for every level, right? And so they can house more citizens the higher the level are. That's just an example. Again, the town hall does not have any of those restrictions. And that is it for our look at the town hall. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you want to look for further information, the wiki is a wonderful place for that, and the link for that will be in the description below. And we hope to see you next time.